Okay, good. We are live. Good morning, people. It is Friday morning. It's sunny. I'm going to spend the weekend in a tent, trying to put a brave face on it. We've got Yoga Glow this morning, and that is finishing off our August cycle. And then I'm on a little break because we've got bank holiday weekend coming up. And we start again on Thursday, the 1st of September. So, Yoga Glow this morning. I know I say no equipment, but if you happen to have a hardback book or a block or something that you can use to just balance yourself on, it might come in handy if you're feeling stiff and you want to help yourself open up a little more, or if your balance is a little bit off. So just something, if you don't have a block or anything, maybe place yourself near a wall so you can use that wall as a bit of support. Other than that, just your mat and your fine selves. And we're going to go straight in. We've got a half hour, relatively fast vinyasa flow. Feel good, leaving with a big smile on our faces glow. So coming hip distance apart before we get going, a slight bend in your knees. I want you to drop your shoulders down away from your ears. Tuck your chin slightly, close your eyes and create length through your body. And then before we get going, just very quickly turn your gaze inwards. Notice how you're feeling this morning. Any aches and pains, anything happening in the body? Where's the mind at? And then turn your palms so they're facing the front, spread those fingers wide. Keeping your eyes closed, just gently sway from one side to the other, feeling that connection with the earth, ground beneath your feet. Make sure you haven't got any socks on today. And then take a lovely big deep breath in through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth. And then taking yourself to the top of your mat, you can open your eyes now. You're going to inhale, sweep your arms overhead, turn to look up. Exhale, sweep down to the ground. Then inhale, sweep the arms back up. Exhale, lower them down to heart center. Take them down beside you. Inhale, up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, sweep back up. Exhale, hands together, heart center. One more time. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, heart center. This time, hands down beside you, inhale. Exhale, fold. From your fold, step your right foot back, step your left foot back, lower to your knees, spread your fingertips wide, drop your tummy, look forward, pressing that chest, opening that chest forward. Inhale. Then exhale. Coming through a few cat-cows, so with your own rhythm of breath. Inhale as you drop your tummy and look forward. Exhale as you arch your back, pressing away from the mat. One more. Then bring your back to a neutral spine. Take your toes together. Walk your knees a little further apart. Sit your bottom back towards your heels. Lower your forehead to the mat. Really reach your hands away. Take a lovely breath in. And sigh. One more in. And then as you exhale, leading forward with your nose, lifting yourself back up and into your neutral spine. You're going to tuck your toes, take your bottom up and back to down dog. When you get there, pedaling out your feet, feeling into the move, bending one knee, then the other. See if you can get that heel a little closer to the mat each time. And then come into a position of stillness. And then you're going to press down through your left foot. Take your right foot, point that toe up towards the sky. And then bring your weight forward into your hands and step forward. Put your right foot up between your hands. You might have to shuffle that foot forward. Then drop your back knee so you come into a nice low lunge. Inhale, take your arms up and lift yourself up. And then exhale, I want you to interlace these hands, reach them overhead. Really make yourself tall. So your right knee is forward, your left leg is back. Inhale, make yourself lovely and tall. And then exhale, reach down to this right hand side. So lean over to the right, feel that lovely bend in your side body. Inhale, back to the top. Exhale, bend the other way. Inhale to the top. Exhale, lower the hands. Inhale, tuck your toes on the back foot, lift that leg. Exhale, turning sideways into a wide forward fold. So bringing your hands down to the mat, lowering your head down. You can turn your feet out a little if you wish to 45 degrees. Hanging here, let that blood flow up to the head. And then from there, lifting up onto your fingertips and turning yourself to the opposite side of the mat. So this time you're lowering your right leg back behind you and your left leg is bent up in front. On an inhale, take your hands, reach them up overhead. As you exhale, interlace the fingers, pressing up to the sky. Take a big inhale and lift. Then as you exhale, leaning over to the same side as that front knee, leaning over to the left, trying to stay strong and stable, warming up the sides. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, lean the other way. Inhale back to the center. Exhale, release the hands either side of that foot. Inhale, tuck the toes on that back foot, lift the leg. Exhale, bring yourself back to your wide forward fold. See if you can just nudge that head a little closer down towards the mat here. A big inhale. And exhale. Then on your next inhale, lifting up onto these hands. And then as you exhale, stepping up and back to the front of the mat where you began. Hands down beside you, palms facing the front of the room. Ground down through your feet. Inhale, sweep your arms overhead. Exhale, dive down to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Create this nice flat back. Really squeeze these shoulder blades. Exhale, fold. Bring the hands to the ground. Inhale, step back with your right leg. Exhale, lower that right knee. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift your hands. Exhale, bring the hands together at heart center in front of you. Inhale, really press and then lean down so the right elbow is going beyond that left knee. Exhale, press and twist. Inhale, back to the center. Exhale, release the hands. Inhale, tuck the toes. Lift up, and as you exhale, bring your left leg out to join your right. Dropping to your knees as you inhale, then exhaling down, keeping your elbows nice and close to the body. Lower the forehead to the mat. Squeeze those elbows in. Inhale and lift up into a mini cobra. Back bend. Exhale, lower your head to the earth. Inhale, tuck those toes. Exhale, pushing up so you're back on all fours. Inhale here. Exhale, lift your bum up and back to down dog. Inhale, look forward, take a slight bend in the knees. Exhale, take your little steps up towards your hands. Forward fold. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, hands together at heart center. Take a pause. Release your hands beside you back to Tadasana at the top of your mat. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold to the earth, hands on the mat. Inhale, step back with that left leg. Exhale, lower that back knee. Untuck the toes. Inhale, sweep these arms up overhead. Exhale, hands together at heart center. Press into those palms. Inhale and twist. So left elbow beyond that right knee. Press into those palms and turn to look as you exhale. Inhale, release back. Exhale, hands down either side of that front foot. Inhale, tuck the toes on that back leg, lift it. Exhale, take the right leg back to join it. Inhale, lower your knees. Exhale, lowering down nice and slowly towards the mat, squeeze those elbows in. Inhale, press into those hands. Lift up, coming up onto straight arms if you can. Exhale, coming back down, bringing the head to the earth. Inhale, tuck the toes and lift up to a full plank if you can, or via the knees. Then as you exhale, taking the bum up and back and into your down dog. Inhale, bend the knees slightly, look forward. Exhale, taking those little steps back up. Forward fold. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, bring them down to heart center. Take a beat. Lower the hands back down. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold back down to the mat. The cat's coming to join. Inhale, step back with that right leg. Oh God. Then exhale, if you can, holding in a low lunge and lifting these legs. So moving now into a more strength-based part. So holding here, you can lower that back knee if you need to. You're going to inhale, lift that back leg, lift the front leg, reach for the sky. Exhale, sink deeper into the lunge. Inhale, take the arms back, come a little taller. Exhale, fold yourself down over that front leg and then bring the hands to the earth. Inhale, step back with the left leg into that plank. Exhale, just bring your weight forward so you're coming forward on those toes, then either lowering to your knees or slowly lowering down to Chaturanga. Releasing the feet. Squeeze these elbows in nice and close to the body as you inhale and lift. Exhale, lowering the head back down. Inhale, tuck the toes up to a high plank or via your knees. Exhale, lift the hips up and back to down dog. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees. And exhale, either walking up or taking a little hop. Inhale, sweep the arms. Exhale, hands together at heart center. Hope everyone's okay. Have a beat here, have a pause. Release the hands. Inhale, sweep. Exhale, dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. So squeezing these elbows up, trying to get this nice flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, stepping back with the left leg. And then just trying to lower that left knee, but not putting it on the ground. Inhale, reaching up and bringing it down and low into your lunge. So just checking these hips are staying forward towards the front of the mat. Back heel is lifted. Inhale, straighten both the legs a little. Exhale, sink back in. Inhale, lift, take the arms high. Exhale, bend that front knee and let that tummy roll down over it. Bring your hands either side of that foot. Inhale, step back with the right foot to join the left in your high plank. Lowering to your knees if you need. Exhale, bringing your weight forward on the toes, then lowering down, keeping these elbows nice and close to the body. Release the toes. This time up into an up dog if you wish, so pressing into your hands, lifting up, engaging through the lower body, so just your hands and your feet are touching the ground. Exhale, folding down to the earth. Tucking those toes as you inhale and lift. Then exhale back to down dog. Bending the knees slightly, look forward. Then either walking or hopping to the front. Sweeping those arms overhead. Exhale, lowering down. Okay, we're going to do one more. I'm going to do it with minimal speaking, so you know you've always got your knee options. This time we're going to hop back from our forward fold, so if you wish, otherwise you can just step back. So inhale, sweep your arms. Turn to look up. Exhale, forward dive. Inhale, halfway lift. Really get this back nice and flat. Exhale, fold. Both hands pressing down on the mat. Inhale and hop back to your down dog. And then exhale, bring yourself forward into your high plank. So doing a full chaturanga here if you wish. So bringing your toes forward, lowering down towards the mat. From here, releasing, bringing yourself to your up dog, or just coming to cobra. And then up and back to down dog via the knees if you wish. Inhale, looking forward, and exhale, popping to the front. Inhale, sweeping those arms. Exhale, bringing them to heart center. Okay, have a little sip of water. It's quite hard work. Okay. We're going to move into a few standing sequences. So if you have a block or a book or need a wall, go and place yourself by it now. I'm just going to put mine here, just in case it's needed so I can demonstrate for you. So I want you to come, once you've had your water and got your blocks, come back to the top of your mat, pressing down through the earth. Maybe taking a little pause here, closing the eyes, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. Maybe rocking forward and back a little on the balls of the feet, feeling your connection. And then you're going to open your eyes. You're going to inhale, you're going to sweep these arms up overhead. Don't turn to look up to them though. And then as you exhale, you're going to step back with your right leg and bring your hands out to shoulder height. So check you're not doing one up, one down in either direction. You want these arms to be at the same height. Holding in this warrior two, check you can see your toes out beyond your front knee, but then leaning down nicely into it, but pressing into that back heel, which is the back side of the foot, which is at about 45 degrees. Okay, from here, you're going to bring yourself down into a side angle. We're going to try and reach down to the floor this time. So this front arm is lowering, and we're not resting it on the front knee. We're going to try and come down to the mat. So this is where you might want to have a block to rest on or a book. Reaching down and then opening these arms, really lifting the top arm to the sky. Imagine you're flat back against the wall. You've got this lovely opening of the chest and those shoulder blades. And then pressing into the outer heel of that back foot, lifting yourself back and up to your warrior two. From here, you're going to twist, so you come forward and into your lunge that we did in our warm-up sequences. So back leg, lifting that back heel, hips facing towards the front of the mat, arms nice and high. Good. And then from here, lifting yourself up, straightening that front leg, dropping this back leg, turning yourself sideways on the mat. Bring the arms back to shoulder height. Turn to face the opposite way on your mat and lower yourself into a warrior two, straight in on this side. So again, check these arms are the same height, leaning in towards the move. From here, bringing yourself forward, down into your extended side angle. So keeping that front knee bent, reaching the fingers down to the ground and trying to keep these shoulders open. You can turn to look up to your top hand if that feels good. And then pressing into that back foot in particular, lift by yourself back up to your warrior two. And then transitioning from your warrior two, bringing your back hand round, taking them both overhead and lowering yourself into your lunge. So you might need to adjust your feet slightly just to get into a comfy position. Good. Then straightening off, lifting up, bringing yourself wide, bringing your arms out wide beside you, and then sweeping the arm under and stepping back to the top. Okay, recentering at the top where you started. Inhale, take your arms overhead, but don't turn to look up. Exhale, step back with your right leg, bring yourself to your warrior two. Sinking in, remember all the teaching points. Bring yourself down into that extended side angle. And then lift yourself back up into your warrior two. Just come a little deeper into it. Then straightening off that front leg now. So both legs are now straight. Visibly tilting your hips towards the back of the mat. So you're coming down into your triangle. So nice straight legs. And again, trying to reach down to the floor, but using a block or a book if you need to. For the wall. Okay. Regardless of whether you're using a block now or not, if you use a block or a book for half moon usually, now get a hold of one and just place it slightly in front of you. We're going to transition, so our back, I just want you to take your hands out in front of you a few centimetres or place it on a block. Leave your arm where it is and then just step your back leg with little steps in a little towards the front leg as you bring your weight onto that block, and we're trying to lift this leg up to parallel, keeping that, I'm disappearing off the screen I think, keeping that, and then trying to straighten this front foot, front leg, it's facing towards the block, opening up, remember you can always use a wall here. Good. It's quite difficult to talk. Okay, from this you're going to step back into your low lunge. Ooh, strong, powerful stuff. Holding in your low lunge. And then you're going to straighten the legs and then bring yourself stepping back up to the front of your mat. And we're going to repeat that on the other side. So inhale, take your arms overhead. Exhale, come back into your warrior two. Check you can see those toes. Transitioning down to your extended side angle. So you can see from the back now, you're not hunching this top arm forward, you're trying to pull it back and up in line with the shoulder. Then pressing into that back foot in particular, as well as that front foot, lift up into your warrior two, sink a little lower. From here, straightening off this front leg. So both legs are now straight, tilting your hips towards the back. It's the best tip I ever learned from my yoga teacher was to tilt your hips back like that and then sliding down into your triangle. Try not to let this front knee bend. Use a block if you need it. Again, opening these arms. Turning to look up towards your hand if it feels good. Otherwise, just keep your gaze down towards the bottom hand. And then we're going to transition from this pose into our triangle. So our front foot stays exactly where it is. We have a block, maybe 10 centimetres or so out in front of us, or a book. Take your hand up onto the block if you use one for half moon, and then just step the back foot 1 or 2 steps in a little so you can get a nice strong foundation. You might want to walk your block a little further away at this point, and then you're practicing lifting this back leg up until you come to a parallel position. Holding here. Really keep pressing away, keep strong, and prepare to step back into your low lunge. So releasing, stepping back, taking the arms overhead. Oh, well done guys. That was a strong move. Into your low lunge. And then from your low lunge, straightening those legs, stepping yourself forward. Oh, have a little shake out. So we're just going to do one more sequence on each side, and then we're just going to come down and finish with a couple of stretches and a little very brief rest on the mat. So starting at the top of your mat again. Inhale, take your arms overhead. Exhale, step back in your warrior two. So we're going to flow a little quicker through our standing poses. Take yourself down into your extended side angle. Lift yourself up and into your warrior two. Straightening off this front leg, bringing your hips back, sliding yourself down into triangle. Stepping from your triangle up into your half moon, she says, if you can, keeping these legs, and if you can't get your leg high, you just practice having the leg here and just slowly practice lifting it and taking it away a little. From your half moon, stepping back into your lunge. Nice and low, sink in. Bring the hands down either side of that front foot. Take that front foot, lift it up and back into a three-legged dog. Bring your weight forward, step that foot back. Lower your back heel to the ground. Inhale and bring yourself forward. So now we're coming to warrior one. So the difference between this and the low lunge is this back heel is down on the mat, that foot's out at 45 degrees. But we're still facing our hips towards the front, leaning over this front knee. Okay, then you're going to take your hands, you're going to clasp them behind your back, and we're going to come into what's called devotional warrior, which I love. So interlacing your hands behind your back, notice which way you've got your interlace. Draw those shoulders down and away from the ears, and then just lower yourself down over that bent front knee, bringing your head down towards the mat, and lifting those arms up and away. Take a big inhale. Side it out, and then press into that back foot. Woo. Lifting yourself up, release the hands, step yourself forward, back to the top of the mat. Once more through, on the other side. So, inhale, take the arms overhead. Exhale, step back with that left foot into your warrior two. Transition down into your side angle. Bend front knee, opening those shoulders. Press into that back foot, lift up and into your warrior two. Bending into it a little deeper. Straightening off that front leg. Take the hips back, slide down into your triangle. Again, focusing on these shoulders. Then from your triangle, stepping your back foot in a little. And then lifting up into your half moon, or just practicing taking your foot up and down a little to start learning to journey into it. Remember, yoga is always a journey. It's just about where you are on that journey that matters. Stepping back. Oh, hang on. I've forgotten what's coming next. Oh, yeah. From this into our low lunge. So busy talking about our journey, lost my train of thought. So low lunge, back heel lifted, back leg bent, that front knee in the same position as it is for warrior one. From here, bring the hands down either side of that foot, step back to three-legged dog. Taking that foot high, and then bringing the weight forward, step that foot back, and then this time drop the back heel, and then lift yourself up Take the arms overhead, but try to bring your hips forward, pressing into that back foot. And then bringing your hands down, you're going to interlace the opposite way that you did last time. So little fingers crossing in a different place, dropping those shoulders down and away. And then drawing yourself forward, down towards the mat, lifting those shoulders high. Take a big breath in, sigh it out. Then in, as you lift back up, release the hands, step to the front of your mat. Take the arms up overhead, dive yourself down, step back with your right leg, step back with your left leg, lower your knees, cross your legs, bring yourself over onto your bottom. Take your left leg out in front of you, feet flexed. Take your right foot, cross it over that left leg. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Then as you exhale, bring your left arm, wrap it around that knee, right arm behind you and twist to look back. If you can't get your arm all the way across, just place your hand there. Big inhale. Then as you exhale, release from the twist. Right leg out in front, left leg crossing over. Inhale, reach. Exhale, coming across, coming into your twist. Inhale, lift. Exhale, floating back to the center. Lowering yourself down onto the mat. Hugging your knees in towards your chest, lifting your head and shoulders off the floor if that feels good. Maybe taking a little gentle rock side to side. And then releasing, bringing yourself down into a Shavasana. And we're all going to close the eyes, tuck the chin, take our palms up towards the sky, and take 5 deep breaths, letting the air fill your belly, let everything go. Once you've done your 5 breaths, making your way up and back so that you're seated. And then just crossing your legs, dropping the shoulders down, drawing your hands together at heart center if you wish, and leaving with a big namaste. So I hope you all feel suitably glowed, yoga glowed. Have a lovely long weekend, whatever you're doing. Thanks for joining those that have joined. It's been a fun month and hopefully see you all in September. Bye!